What's up? What's up? I'm just gonna show my shirt. A lot of people like the kind of shirts I pick up. Honestly, I feel like I got like this little Lilo and Stitch shirt ever since I kind of became more familiar with it. Because I didn't really see the cartoon when it came out for years and years. But what made me watch the show was I saw these hate channels saying the liberals are mad at the remake, and it's only hate channels talking about it. Like I explained so many times, it's only hate channels talking about it, but they keep saying these people or them people or the woke people. It's like, it's only you guys that are reacting to this, trying to say people are mad at Little Stitch. Like, no, they're not. The live version, whatever, supposed to come out. I don't know. But I did watch the cartoon, and I said, maybe back then it'd been fine, but now it's just like, I never saw the appeal of it. So, anyways, to say real quickly, before I go on my DC movies, and then I'm going to use Beyond the trailer, and I'll show you why in a moment. But let you understand what I've been, busy with. My day is full. That's why I just kind of have it like I'm always a retired YouTuber. This is my last year. And, my day is full of, I kind of like other things I got into besides YouTube now. I enjoy cleaning up more. Like trying to come up with ways, like I've been buying things to be able to organize, the place, or I watch YouTube videos to see how you organize a drawer, like how they do it and blah, blah, blah. I'm not as good, like all good at it, but I'm trying to be like, want to be like that. And other things is I've been playing like, a couple of the Resident Evils, like Resident Evil 4, 2, and I play the game and I'm putting hours on it to unlock infinity ammo for my son and stuff. And, and parenting, yes, one thing is like, my kids, parenting, that's, my day's always full. But get back to the Resident Evil thing is, I meant to say parenting before I get into the Resident Evil thing. And the problem with that, I just want to say, because I think it's like a silly story. I put hours in it, hours, trying to unlock Infinity Ammo, because of course he's not going to beat no Resident Evil 4, the remake, And so when I got it all unlocked for him, he wants to play it, because he wants to only play games with Infinity Ammo. He likes to shoot at the wall on purpose. Like he'll shoot a zombie, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna try out this gun on the wall, see how powerful it is. Or he'll try to shoot a chair to see if he can destroy it or something. And I'm like, turn your gun around before a zombie bites you. Because I'm trying to, like, when I play games, I play realistically, like I'm in that world. Same reason how I like movies. I'm each character, can I relate with them, blah, blah, blah. And he's like just shooting at the wall, and then he gets bitten by a zombie. So you see, and I get angry, I get frustrated, so you don't listen. You play a game like you're in that world. Use your head. Because when you die, you get upset. But guess what? You were shooting at a wall. I get upset with him, And the other thing is, like you would see like a big, monster. It's like, I want to use my pistol. I was like, use a big gun, but I want to use my pistol. And then he dies. I said, that's what happens when you use a pistol. Like, I never had that kind of mind. Who wants to use a pistol with a bigger boss? It's just, come on. It's just, come on, man. And it's like, because the thing he doesn't, my little ones don't understand. I put hours to unlock the stuff for them, and it just feels like they wasting my time when I watch them. Because I had to watch them, because sometimes they'll get to an area where they don't know where to go. Of course, Resident Evil 4, they're way too young to be playing the game. But, oh yeah, I let my kids watch rated R movies, just ish. That's right, we watch them all, we don't watch them all. They're not into movies yet, So, anyway, so that's what my life's been fulfilled with. But, I've been seeing some DCEU rankings and blah, blah, blah. And I was never going to watch them because, I don't want to see it's like, oh, Shazam 1 is like, the number one of them all, because they're going by like social media or something. So then I saw Beyond the trailer. Then I said, I don't think she's kind of like social media, but not completely. Like, she'll be honest about Godzilla 2014 sucks, or I think in other movies, they blah, 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 where they're trying to be hyped up through social media. So I clicked her. She wasn't that bad, but, but it was just better than seeing some like Shazam 1 is the best one of them all. I was like, no, it's the second worst movie I've ever seen in theaters. And like I said, YouTube is a bunch of grown ass dudes praising kid movies or being angry about kid movies. But the thing is, and the last thing before we get started, I'm gonna show mine, and I'll explain mine real quick after I say this real quick. It's like I said before, I explained how Batman v Superman came out. It was being attacked, talking about it's too dark, too emotional. I'm like very confused, like why are you praising the Dark Knight then? And then the Justice League 2017 comes out and they're like, they finally got the formula right. Justice League 2017. And they get and people's rankings, they put it better than Batman v Superman, right? And then Zack Snyder cut comes out. Now they hate Justice League 2017 and they put it under Batman v Superman. It's like when you're going back and forth, you're full of shit. I never go back and forth. Like, I kind of look to see what Jeremy gave that one Arn thing where he had in third place of his best movie of the year. Turns out he didn't call it Awesome Spectacular. He called other movies Awesome Spectacular that I knew was bullshit, like Talk to Me, and he made him in 8th place again. His Awesome Spectacular doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I don't get on to the point. So, and then, so after that, Justice League, The Flash comes out. They finally got the formula right, man. They finally, and like, seriously again? The more gibberish it is and CGI it is, they finally get the formula right. That's what it seems like to me. Like I said, that's how these Disney Marvel movies kept getting reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, because Rotten Tomatoes is YouTube. I don't go to Rotten Tomatoes. I just know what to expect from Rotten Tomatoes when I see YouTubers, because they spread their bullshit into Rotten Tomatoes. And that's how all these Disney Marvel movies got so many high reviews. I was like, why are these kid shit movies getting so many high reviews? And why is it when YouTube hates Disney Marvel, it gets bad reviews? Because they're the same people. Yeah, anyway, so that's the thing is, like I said, they need to delete that whole Rotten Tomatoes or make it where YouTubers can't be the score on Rotten Tomatoes. But even I never used Rotten Tomatoes anyways. But that's how it was the coincidence. I was like, so why is it this movie's supposed to be hated on YouTube, but Rotten Tomatoes is low too? They're the same people. So anyways, so to start out, there's certain, start with mine, and then we'll go to Beyond the Trailer. The ones I do not bring up are the ones that are forgotten and no one talks about and no one watches. I've never heard anyone talk about it. Even if I bought it, it would sit in my shelf. Like when I bought my Disney Marvel movies. I had about 11 of them, just enough to make the story make sense, but I knew it would always sit there. And I had them. I was only collecting a couple more because I was thinking maybe my kids would be into it the way I had the story going, but they didn't care about any of them. So I figured, hey, we got Disney Plus. They want to watch them, and then I got rid of them because no one's ever going to watch that kid crap. CGI Charming Brain. You already know how it ends. The superhero wins. Blah blah blah. It's just So I can't be into that. Disney Marvel where they're having a battle and they play songs like dun 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 dun, and he pulls a clap to the music or something or clap. I can't. I can have superhero movies, but not that kind of kiddie shit. So anyway, so this is the thing. So the ones I do not bring up on my ranking, they're forgot about movies. They'll never be watched. And if I even bought them, no one would ever mention them. They would just sit on the shelf. So the worst movie I have in my Blu-ray collection. And so some people might be questioning this when I brought it up for my Aquaman review. Oh, let me start Aquaman. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Let me start Aquaman. Aquaman 2. I want to explain something else why I like Aquaman 2 so much. I don't really like Aquaman 1. But I feel like Aquaman 2 is all in one movie, so it's kind of like a part 2 to Aquaman 1. Because I kind of felt like it was kind of weird, like the brother goes to jail and he said, we'll talk later, and there's no real ending to me. I actually felt like Aquaman 1 never had a real ending to me. Just kind of like, now your brother goes to jail and you say you will talk later, and I just felt like it was a empty ending, not a finish. Aquaman 2, it made it feels like gave it an actual ending. The brother goes up to Earth to see his prejudice and see how he's wrong. And I feel like that's one reason why I enjoyed it. I see it as all in one movie, like a whole 3-hour movie. I don't know how long we put them all together. It could be 4 hours. I don't know. Well, so that's what, that's another thing to explain about Aquaman 2. I'm sorry, Aquaman 2. I like that way. But anyways, But to start out, the worst movie in my Blu-ray collection, I only bought this in a movie, and I should explain this when I did my Alchemy review, it's just interesting. It's just like something that always shows me studios can mess up a movie, and this is a movie that no one ever asked to watch, but I will have my little one decide, because I'm pretty sure when they get older they'll be more into these. I just don't want to watch them yet because I want them to fully pay attention. These are my and I'll give them a choice. You can watch the dark one that goes 4 hours long, or you can watch this kid shit, which is for kids maybe fine. So that's why I have it. This is a movie that is the worst movie in my Blu-ray collection. So when I show my Blu-ray collection in March, that's my plan. I will say that I have all the best movies and I don't have any movies that sucks, because I already done videos where I review other people's Blu-ray collections. In seconds, they say something dumb like, "Oh, I bought this, but I never seen it." And they're just buying like all the Child's Play movies. And I was thinking that's when you don't know when to stop. I stopped at Child's Play too, but that is the worst movie in my Blu-ray collection. Next one, ranking out the worst DC movies. This, I don't really care for it. It's a movie that will sit on my shelf and no one would ever ask to watch it. It's like a Disney Marvel movie. And I said, after Justice League 2017 and this, I said, you know what, I'm done. Until Zack Snyder came out. Then all was forgiven, because I felt like the ones that were having in the order now, it feels like, it feels like it's okay to have a popcorn flick since they brought Zack Snyder's cut, Justice League. I feel like I guess a popcorn flick could be fine in that selection of my DC movies. Next one is next place. So I don't know how many we got here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're in 7th place now. So those two would never be asked to be watched. Those two would never be, but they'll sit on my shelf for a long time unless kids want to watch it. This is a little bit more mature. I do know the flaws in this movie. That's why it is in what place? 1, 2, 7. So that makes it, let me count again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was 7th place. So this is 6th place. Yeah. So I do understand the flaws in the movie. That's why 6th place. 5th place. 5th place. 5th place. This place. Next movie. This movie, I said, before it came out, it was the first one, and that already gives it away. I said, I'm not really a big fan of this Superman movies. I'm not a big fan of Superman movies because he's too powerful. He's just boring. And I said, only thing they come up with is kryptonite. That just gets old to me. So I said, so when I knew it was Zod and I knew they were going to use kryptonite before seeing the movie, I was thinking, all you need to do is do a whole bunch of throwing people through buildings and slamming people against the concrete. And he gave me more than I was expecting. So I said, it's okay. I did see some YouTubers talking about it's their favorite one out of them all. They're idiots. I mean, the relationship was forced. There was no real threat. Like, you didn't feel anyone was actually in danger. But I do have moments that I thought I saw to be beautiful. And it's the part where my favorite part is the woman stuck in between the buildings, and the black guy, I don't know his name, Morpheus, was staying with her. And he gave her a look and says, "I'm not leaving you." And then you see Superman fighting against the kryptonite beam holding him down. And I love that moment. I thought it's my favorite moment of the whole movie, but I'm pretty sure I already mentioned the forced kiss with Lois. It was just like a forced relationship thing, which is, but the movie's okay. It's just, anything else in the movie was just okay. I enjoy certain parts, and other parts I could just fast forward through, really. But there's, that's about it. So, but that is my favorite scene of vulnerability of the woman stuck in between, and it was like seeing Superman fight against the beam and then her screaming. I like that whole scene. Next movie. Let's see. That's not right. Good thing I checked. So next one. This one. And the one thing is I'm trying to make sure I explain is what feelings you get from these movies. So this movie right here. I like this movie. This is 3rd place. I like this movie because It has only two words. Beautiful. So it beats Man of Steel. Man of Steel just had a beautiful moment. Anything else was just okay. Wonder Woman had the word beautiful, understanding. I was actually on God of War side, like Ares, I think that's his name, when he was talking about what humans are. And I would totally be on Ares' side. I explained this why I made Best Movie of the Year that year. I was totally agreeing with Ares, what he was saying in the end. And the one thing that would have turned me around and turned against him is that part where he says, I love you. That I was like, oh, he's got to be stopped. And I love, like I said, I was relating with each character. I love that moment. How I was able to really feel, oh, Eric, you got to be stopped now. Just because of that, I love you. And I felt like it was the most empowering movie for a little girl. I wish I don't have my, I could walk and grab my posters like right over there, but I'm not going to do it. I had the Wonder Woman poster just in case I had a little girl or something, you know. But yeah, it's the most empowering movie I felt like for a little girl out of all the movies I've ever seen, you know. So it had those three things, that good feeling, blah, blah, blah. Next movie, second place. This is my 12th favorite movie. 12th favorite movie. The thing is, what is amazing about it, man, is when you kind of you kind of seen where the story was going with, and you know where the ending battle is or something, and you still enjoy yourself as you're walking out of a on rewatchable movie like Justice League 2017, and it was just like it was so weird. Like every fight scene from Justice League 2017 was rewatchable. They're just dumb. And I was thinking, I don't know how they can fix this. They fix everything. And the main things I love about it, it kind of looks like the Batman v Superman movie. Everything in the theatrical Justice League was not in that movie. 99% was not in that movie. I just don't like Aquaman saying Batman, Bruce Wayne, Batman, Bruce Wayne. That's the only, everything else was not in that movie. And it was so interesting how things kept feeling tense. Like there was tension building up as closer as Steppenwolf got what he needed. And I kind of love that feeling. It's kind of weird because you feel like it's a totally different movie, but you kind of feel like you kind of know the pattern, but you're still enjoying yourself. You know, kind of like the remakes of Little Mermaid. It was just like, you kind of know the pattern, but you're seeing a better version. You know, but it was like this movie right here. This is like a huge version compared to that theatrical version. And I love the fact how I was feeling thrill of tense, not thrill, but like tense thrill too, but tense of Steppenwolf getting closer and closer to his goal. Like I love the part where I had to stop. I had people in the theater room, and I said, "Wait, I got to wind this part where Steppenwolf was walking through the ocean, and when he actually threw that guy against that rock." I was thinking, "How real does that look?" I love how the water was splashing when he was walking. I love that scene. And I've been waiting for Darkseid forever. I've been waiting for Darkseid ever. And some guy ran into me who knows I go to movies and stuff because he used to work in the theaters and stuff. He said to me, you know, he was asking about DC movies, and you know, I think he knew are they starting over? Or I told him that, and he says he said the same thing I've been saying to myself. I'm talking to people in the real world. He said, starting over. I'm trying to wait till they get to Brainiac. You know, he's like, get to Brainiac. So I hope this new Superman movie has Brainiac, which is, you know, they're starting over. I think that'd be kind of too soon to bring Brainiac, but I don't give a shit. Just give me Brainiac, you know. And I was like, yes, see, that's why I like talking to people in the real world, because YouTube, I'll be like hearing Shazam's amazing. And the number one movie, like I said, for Justice League Zack Snyder cut, every single scene in that theatrical version was not in the movie except one little thing. I hate the extended version to this movie. I don't really hate it, but I dislike it very much. It almost close to hate. Everything in the extended version, everything in this theatrical version, everything in the extended version I do not like is not in the theatrical version, and that's everything. Like, I'll try to explain. There's only one thing I like in the extended version. Basically, let's put it that way, and it is when Alfred says, when Bruce Wayne says, "Alfred, I don't deserve you," and Alfred says, "No, sir, you don't." Anything else I do not like in the extended version. There's probably like one or two things that I wish was added, but it's like something very small, you know, just maybe more scene of the dream world or something, but Batman v Superman is in my top 10 favorite movies. Justice League Zack Snyder cut is my 12th favorite movie. I can't remember right now what Batman v Superman, while doing the video, what it is, but anyways, but people, you gotta understand too, when I do these videos, this is a time I'd rather be doing something else like cleaning or blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to speed this up, and I'm thinking about not doing Beyond the Trailer, but I want to do Beyond the Trailer so I can at least mention something about the ones that she brings up. But the other thing, the movies that she brings up that I don't mention, I don't have, I guess I don't really need to do them because they're not really something... There's not really anything to say about them. They're not rewatchable. No one ever actually watch them. They would sit there. Okay, so I skipped because I thought she started, because I thought she didn't mention it. So she said number 16 is Justice League 2017. People, if you go back, unless people deleted their videos so they don't show what a hypocrite or whatever they are, they were putting that up really close in like the third place of best DC movies. They were doing that close to first place. But now, I guess now things turn around. Now they want to make it the last place. It's weird, but I don't care. 15. Okay, so I must have, when I first watched it, I must have got it at 15. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I would say, Wonder Woman 2, I'm sorry. She has at 15 place. Wonder Woman 2. I just thought it was lame how, what's her name, got her powers, the cat girl, I don't want to talk about Wonder Woman 2. It's just not a good movie. It's just like, but the thing is, I understand the fact that Wonder Woman doesn't really have a villain. So with all, I pitched me and brought up the same villain. They had used the same villain from the first one. And I'm like, well, Aquaman doesn't really have too many villains. I was actually hoping that this was going to be Aquaman where he loses his hand, but it didn't do that. But, to save his son, because in the animation, Aquaman, that's why I thought they brought his son in there. He cuts off his hand to save his son. So I was hoping they'd go that way. But Disney, not Disney, DC wants to turn Disney Marvel before kids. But so I can understand a lame villain. I mean, that villain seems like more of a cartoon villain, the Justice League cartoon kind of thing, what we got? Let's get to fourth place. But Wonder Woman 2 is Birds of Prey. Yeah, I was really had hope on for that movie. And I was actually doing videos talking about I think this movie looks good. And the reason why, because I saw emotion. So there's a part in the trailer where she does this and they have this good song. She goes, "Eh." And then when you see the movie, she does that over a cheeseburger or something. And I'm like, yeah, I thought I was going to have emotion in that movie. But watch that trailer. It's a very good trailer. I really did like the Birds of Prey trailer, but that part where it would really killed me is the part I was waiting for. Why is she doing this? Who died? What is the emotion here? And then it was over a cheeseburger. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. What she have? So yeah. So she put 13th place as Black Adam. I'm going to have some huge disagreements, I'm pretty sure soon, because that means that she has Shazam 2 in front of Black Adam. No one's definitely ever, I can convince anyone to watch Shazam 2 or 1. Black Adam, yes, people will watch it, There's certain problems with Black Adam, but it's still, it's more maturity than, what I put it before, all that. But let's go. Well, so my problem is with pause with Black Adam being 13. I'm like, there's so many movies that are not better than Black Adam. Black Adam has problems, but not as much as the other kids shit. That's just crap,
Even
Even though I was a ripoff, what?
And let's be honest, that's the way it plays. Characters as they're portrayed in the comics.
I don't know.
Even while it was a ripoff of the Evan Peters Quicksilver scenes.
So I did not think of that scene. No, it was not a ripoff of that. No, just because it's kind of weird too. It's like they do an ocean movie. People try to say it sucks, man, because it doesn't look like a movie that cost over $400 million like Avatar. Man, why can't they go back to Avatar? You're not getting Avatar to CGI, and probably the next 2 years until Avatar 3 comes out. And I recently was watching Avatar 1 in my theater room, and I was like, wow, that CGI does not look memorable anymore like it did back then. I was waiting for it to come in 4K before I ever watched it. And it's like, wow, you can see the flaws in this one. It's like so weird, like how you don't notice it until, something better comes out. I didn't realize how bad certain scenes in Avatar 1 looks, and it looks really bad. But let's go.
This one action sequence was cool. Number 12.
But anyways, like I was saying, so she was trying to say, because he's doing like kind of a slow-mo, and that they're always trying to rip off that movie. That's just dumb, people. That's just a dumb mind. Like there's certain lines I say that people say, oh, you got it from that person. It's like, no, I don't know who that person is, like Cat Williams or something. It's just like, I'll explain what that is real quick. Like someone says, oh, we're talking about Trump, and somebody tries to say, well, Biden's always sleeping all the time. And I said, well, if I did 80 speeches a day, I'd be falling asleep too. Or maybe I said a week, I'd be falling asleep too. He's like, oh, you got that from Cat Williams, and I said cigarette weed. One time someone asked me, it's just a little cigarette. I said, that's not cigarette, that's cigarette weed. Now, that's Chris Tucker now. Now, if I say it, I won't have the chance to say it again. But now, I said it way before that movie. If I ever say it again, Chris Tucker came up with that first. It just got kind of like too ignorant for me. But let's go. Blue Beetle. There's no way in hell Blue Beetle is above. My brother said Blue Beetle was all awful. And, he really enjoyed Black Adam, but honestly, guys, Blue Beetle, I watched that free online. Oh my gosh, that was a hard movie to fast forward through. People, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of shit right there. That's why I paused when it said when I thought of, oh, you put Black Adam in that place. I know there's some certain movies that you just dead wrong. Blue Beetle is a really bad movie. No, I'm sorry. I really wanted to like Blue Beetle, as in I wanted to go support it. But I decided I think I'm going to dodge this one because I'm not interested. I just want to support it, And I'm glad I did not do that shit. People, that I should not have to explain. You should be slapped in the face if you ever tell someone in real life to go see Blue Beetle and not Black Adam. Like, if they're going to rent a movie or something. Say, no, rent Blue Beetle. You will be a loser, like she is single, like a lot of YouTubers. No, that's a no, people. Really, I want to stop it right there after noticing that something that dumb. That is when you don't go any farther and listen to someone anymore. No, Blue Beetle, honestly, it could be worse than, that should have been probably worse than Justice League Zack Snyder. Not Zack Snyder, Justice League 2017. I don't know, people. I was fast forward through that movie. But Shazam, I watched that in theaters. Someone, my comment section said it was not that bad. And I didn't really believe him, but I said, hey, just take a chance. And it was that bad. So I didn't get a chance to fast forward through Shazam. I went with a friend that didn't want to walk out of movies. And I was upset sitting through that movie. Ooh, this movie I probably would have been upset too.
Extremely important. Down to making characters, which is number 11. We're almost in the top 10.
I think number 12 was Shazam 2, that she didn't talk much about it. I don't know. I fast forward through that free online or something. I don't know. It was... people, the way Shazam 1 sucked so bad. So she has Aquaman 2 as 11th place. I'll explain why I like Aquaman 2. So it just say like Aquaman 1 had a to be continue, and he gave it a conclusion. That's what I felt about Aquaman 11 did. Or whatever. Oh, not 11, 2. So Shazam in 10th place. I don't know. Where she is? I gotta really go. Number 9 she has is Suicide Squad. That the new one that I think his name James Gunn did. The thing about James Gunn, he's like one of those directors, like there's certain couple of directors I don't feel like going over all because I'm going in too long, that repeat the same mistakes, where he did it good for Guardians of the Galaxy with the music, and also with group when he had those light things, and they started playing this beautiful music, right? And then, but the thing is, when they get praised for the certain movies, they do it again, but they constantly do it over and over again. So he kept trying to make beautiful moments and play the same song, beautiful moments, for this Suicide Squad, right? And but I want to also say, but when he got to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, his music was not matching. It wasn't going with the movie at all. It just felt like some annoying music. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it was like really bad music. But anyways, get back to it. So I want to explain, his music kept getting worse and worse. It just didn't fit with the movie. But you know, but anyway, Suicide Squad, he kept trying to play beautiful music a lot. I felt like even when the rats come in the end, and they try to make it seem so magical, and it just wasn't working. And it really felt like a radar Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which Guardians of the Galaxy 3 sucked. But it was like a radar Guardians of the Galaxy with a whole bunch of cussing or whatever, and blood. That's what it felt like. You know, I mean, the colors look nice in the Suicide Squad he did, but it's just turn off your brain. You're just watching and you don't really feel like there's a threat. You know, it just felt like this is, you know, whatever. You know, it just felt like the movies have the same vibe. And then I went to get to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He tried to make too many beautiful moments too many times. I don't remember them all, but when she was trying, the little ant girl was trying to talk to the animals, trying to do a beautiful moment. When that guy, the wrestler guy was trying to talk to the kids, they tried to do a beautiful song moment. And it's like, you're doing it too much, dude. You're just doing it too much. Oh, pretty sure they did with the animals. You're just doing it too much. You know, he did. I guess he did it 3 times. Guardians of the Galaxy, when he was Star-Lord was saving the Green Girl when she was stuck out in space. But you're just doing it too much. You know, it's just, yeah. It's just a forgettable movie. No one. It's a completely turn off your brain. Now, people have mentioned his next place, and I guess she's saying it too, that they're saying the old Suicide Squad with Will Smith is better. I have not really watched any of those, and I don't want to, but I would say, I think I have more interest in watching the one with Will Smith more than, because I feel like there's maybe a story there or something I don't remember, because they're not movies I go back to rewatch. But I think I do agree with that. The Suicide Squad, is the older Will Smith one, is better. Yeah. And the rest, I mean, people, I mean, I think you got my point. I don't really want to go over it anymore. And I think she put Justice League Zack Snyder cut first place. And a lot of times there's a lot of idiots that will bring up, like, put Batman v Superman in a certain place. But they're like, oh, I'm going to go by the extended version. And then I don't really care then. Because it's just like, I'm always thinking about the theatrical version. So if she could be talking about the extended version, it's just a filler. It's just a time they get to Doomsday, I'm bored. You know, I don't feel that thrill like I would in a theatrical version. I'm like, yeah, by the time he gets there, I'm just like, yeah. Like, because there's so many unnecessary things of Superman doing these pointless investigation, and then while doing these pointless investigation, some woman says, oh, you know what can stop him? A fist. You talking about Batman? Or the thing can stop Batman's a fist? What? You know, or the song, and I don't, that guy doing the scratch off thing, I think he's blind, making a bat. I don't know, was that in the trailer, was that in the extended version? But I think I remember that was an extended version. And one more thing is the guy in the wheelchair, he said, I can't stand when I pee. I can't play basketball. He just kept going on and more. And there's so many other things that was just like unnecessary in that extended version. So it was, I gotta go, I really gotta go, because I have other hobbies I like doing. All right, peace. I'm sorry, I probably made another 30-minute video. All right, peace.